This video is going to show the boring, not so fun, really exhausting part of free book pickup services, especially the one that I run. This video is showing a large pickup that I received on a Monday and how it took me over 3 days to sort through it, in addition to ones that I had gotten over the weekend. So really it was a cumulative of about 3 different pickups. And it was really exhausting, guys. It's not glamorous, but here are the results. Now, I will say one benefit of doing a free book pickup and having a lot of ex-library or all the checkout cards. I sell these on Etsy, and I was really surprised at how many different dates were on some of these cards, so this was a good find. So we are still on day 1 of me processing, and just a little tip that I do for using Scout IQ. There's frequently the ISBN number on the inside of the book. You can see it there over to the far right. This is really useful information to have when there is no barcode on the back of the book. You can still scan these in Scout IQ. And here is another little tip. Let's say there is no ISBN number on the inside or barcode on the back. If you go to the Amazon Seller Central app, you can take a picture of the title cover and you can find the correct book. And you can click on it, and then you go to the used listings, like you're going to get ready to go and list it. And then here you're going to find what's called an ASIN. And you can copy that number, okay? And then you're gonna go to Scout IQ and paste that number into Scout IQ, search, and then it will tell you if it's profitable or not. So this is something that I do with the older books. Obviously, this is like the last phase of the process, but it is something that you can do. So a lot of people ask me about what the inside of the boxes look like. This is just kind of a progress update. We're still on day 1, and essentially on the inside of the boxes are books, obviously. These are mostly ex-library, vintage, and modern, and mostly children's books. This pickup was a lot of children's books, mostly fiction, a little bit of nonfiction, but mostly fiction in this pickup. So it just gets a little daunting when it's the same type of books, the same type of stuff. Here I picked apart a few things that kind of stuck out to me, and so that's what that kind of looks like. The nostalgic stuff, the signed covers, signed copies that I tried to keep on hand. Jonathan Rand is mostly known for Michigan thrillers and American thrillers, so that was a pretty cool find. And then just continuing to stack up all these ex-library cards. Just taking a quick break while the baby naps. I'll update you a little bit with some of my totals from this pickup. So for context, I had a pickup on Wednesday last week, which I processed fairly quickly, and then I had a pickup on Friday from a home that I haven't touched yet. And then Saturday, I had a few curb pickups during the citywide yard sales, and then I purchased a few books. And then Monday, I picked up 15 boxes. So I'm kind of drowning in books right now, and that's why I am not super bubbly, and I kind of look disheveled all day yesterday and all day today. I've been processing books nonstop. I have a huge stack for Amazon that's been cumulative over the past week, and then I have 3 stacks for eBay that I still have to go through, and then a couple more stacks over here that I have to go through. I'm tired. It's just between the heat. It's been really hot the past 3 days, so between the heat, Izzy's party, you know, putting that on together, my social battery, it takes me a while to I need to be in isolation for a while. And then just all day yesterday, all day today, likely all day tomorrow, working on these books. It's just been draining, and this is kind of the side of reselling that a lot of people don't talk about. It's very tiring doing the processing. It wouldn't be as bad if I was out thrifting or cherry picking and what I grabbed I knew I wanted and would be profitable. with my free book pickup, it is a blind grab, and I have to sort through the good and get rid of the bad. And I think I've been bummed a little bit because it feels like with this most recent really big pickup, I still haven't gone through the one that I picked up from the person's home or the curbside. So we'll see how those go. But the really big one from Monday I tackled first because it takes up the most room. And it just, I want to say probably 60 to 70% has been, you know, donated, and then it's finding the time, making the piles, because I don't just take it all to Goodwill. I drop off at free little libraries and do things like that, and so that's time consuming as well, but it also gives me a break so I can get out of the house for a minute and drop off those books. But let me give you a total here real quick. Based on Scout IQ, I've had 16 total accepted, and let me look at more of the details here. Total estimated profit of those 16 is $261.90. So while only having 16 accepted is a little disheartening, the profit's pretty decent. So again, with every book pickup, I like to be at least $100. Like, I have to know I'm at least getting $100 worth for it to make sense for me. And so for that to be at 261, even if I looked at it conservatively at 200 after, I don't know, shipping fees going into FBA, that's pretty decent. And this is just Amazon stuff. This doesn't include the eBay stuff that I still have to sort through, list, and get done. So between eBay and Amazon, I think I'm probably at like 350. Again, being super duper conservative. I had some really good sales with some of those Bibles from the last sale that I went to at the church. So sales have been good, so that's encouraging. It's just doing all the work to get to that, you know, profit point, and I'm not even done yet. I still have 7 more boxes to go through. So I've processed 8. I have 7 more to go through. Then I have the 3 from the person's home, and then I have my curbside stuff. So I still have a lot more to process through. So if you consider that like 60, I'm 60% done right now. Being at 261 plus the eBay puts me, I'll be super conservative, 350. That's not bad. It's just a lot of work. I mean, it's taken me, you know, today's Wednesday, so it's taken me a couple days now to process all of it. It's just a lot of work, which that is what reselling is. I am blessed, though. I am very blessed that I can do this. I'm blessed that I have this stuff in my area readily available to me. I'm really blessed because at the end of the day, I just have to throw some stickers on these books, put it in a box, and send it to FBA. So that's nice too. And then the eBay listings, you guys know my flow with that. I get a listing done usually within under a minute. So it's just the sorting part. I think really it's just the sorting, the figuring out the good and the bad. That's just kind of the rough part of it, especially when you do large pickups like this. I feel like I'm rambling and reiterating the same thing over and over again, and I'm sorry, I'm just tired. But that gives you kind of an idea of where I'm at. And then, you know, you have the extra rewards of all these library checkout cards. I sell these on Etsy, so I'm not even including this in the total of all the work that I've done. These I sell for $4.44 a piece plus $4 shipping. So per checkout card, I'm usually getting around $3.17 in profit. And I've got at least a couple hundred. So do the math there. That's about potential of 600. So overall, I'm thankful for that. I just wanted to share the analytics with that real quick with you guys so you guys can kind of get an idea of acceptance rate per pickup and what that kind of looks like, and then the potential profit. And Scout IQ gives me that information, so that's kind of nice to have that data, because I do put it in an Excel sheet and document that for future reference for future pickups. So, all right, let's get back into it. All right, and here we have a little bit of an update going through day 2. Still at this point, I have 2 boxes left of the really big pickup, and these are some more that I'm sorting through. I'm kind of winding down, so you're going to be seeing day 3 here coming up soon, but here is the progress. Okay, so now I am getting books listed here for Amazon. I have to do that here shortly. But I wanted to briefly show data, and it's right here in Scout IQ. I've had 37 accepts. So out of all of this, we had 37 books that could go to Amazon, and I scanned hundreds of books. So that gives you a really good idea of acceptance rate. But in the grand scheme of things, this is why I like doing free book pickups, because those 37 books, that's $544.42 of potential profit. Again, based on what I decide to actually list them on Amazon for. But let's take $544 and divide that by 37 books. That's an average sales price of $14.70, rounded down. So that gives you a really, really good idea of the value that I still get from doing these large pickups and taking days to go through it. That's still $544 of potential profit. And this does not include these stacks. I have 3 stacks of books that I need to get. I need to do a little research on, and then some of them I just need to list for eBay. Conservatively, I would say we have about 40-ish books, and average sales price for each book, some of them as low as 15. Some of them I think I can get 40 to 50 because they're first edition, first printings, and or because it's a really popular illustrator or author like Lois Lenski. I have a repeat buyer that continuously buys anything that I put in my store that's Lois Lenski. So as soon as I list those 2 books, I will send that buyer a message with the listing link and just give them a heads up. It's also, you know, with Memorial Day coming up and everything, I'm going to have different sales going on. So with eBay, super conservative, $100. So that gets me to like $644. Then the library checkout cards. I have hundreds because I went through hundreds of books, right? And at $4 a piece on Etsy, after shipping and fees, I get about $3.17 is average per library checkout card. So if you do $3 times, I have to have at least 300 that I can get listed. So that's $900 again in potential profit. So I'm over almost, I'm at 9 plus 6, that's over $1,500 from the pickup. So again, it's just about like being creative, having multiple platforms to list on. And then again, the library checkout cards are really, really important to my business model and what I do, and why I will always continuously accept ex-library vintage books. So this is what it looks like sometimes, guys, when I do really, really big hauls. It may take me a while to get it processed and done, but at the end, the potential profit of $1,500, like, yeah, obviously that's over time. Yeah, that's not hitting my bank account tomorrow. Yeah, I have to still list for eBay and Amazon and get stuff sent in and whatever. Then I had like, I think 10 or 15 bucks with Sell Back Your Book. So that'll go to them. So again, like, it's really just about not having all your eggs in one basket. And yes, it takes time for that $1,500 to hit my account. But if I'm doing this frequently enough to where I'm getting a pickup every single week, and again, like I said to you guys, $100 plus per pickup in potential profit, and usually it's $150 or more every single time I do it. When I have these really big hauls, that happening, you know, a couple times a month. So it's just, it makes it continuously worth my time to do this. in a large scale. And I will say that I still, the house that I did the pickup from, I still have 2 boxes that I technically have not completely gone through. So there may be some more money in there that I haven't even seen yet. But I really just wanted to wrap up this video, and doing this over the course of like 3 or 4 days, I just feel like it's time to kind of wrap up the video. So guys, that's kind of the process of this really big haul. And this is the second time I've gotten a really big haul from them. The first time, I would say I was probably around $800 with them, and a lot of that, actually all of that, has been sent on to Amazon. And then in between that, I also had a library pickup. So that was a couple weeks ago. So in general, right now, the spring, summertime is the busiest time for me with these. And then I just plan accordingly with like estate sales. And I do stockpile a little bit with garage sales. You know, in August, it'll be the 127 garage sales. And then immediately after that, US 12 garage sales from Detroit, Michigan to Chicago. So I do stock up a little bit around that time and prepare for the fall, winter season as well. So, yeah, guys, that's what it kind of looks like. It's tiring. This week I've just been off. I feel like this week anyways, just with different things going on in the world and in my life. So I think what took me about 3 days to process would have normally taken me like a day and a half if I would have been a little bit more in the mood for it. But going forward, we'll maintain the momentum. And at the end of the day, what keeps me going is just, yeah, it's a lot of work, but I need to be grateful for what I have and the opportunities that I have. So that's what kind of keeps me going, is staying grateful. So I hope you guys found value from this, found it entertaining at the very least. Maybe you got some good tips and tricks along the way. And for any of you that do free book pickups or decided to start doing it because you watched my content, drop a comment. Let me know how it's going for you. Let me know if you have any questions. If there's any other type of content that I can make on this channel that might be of value to you, and how processing works, storage, you know, all that kind of thing. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.